Welcome, children. Today I'll start a new lesson, March. The author of the lesson is Khushwant Singh. Khushwant Singh was born on 2nd February 1915 in Punjab. He was an Indian author, lawyer, diplomat, journalist, and politician. He was a widely read Indian columnist. He was most famous for his novel, Train to Pakistan. For Singh, each month brings its own share of little surprises in the form of trees in bloom, delicious fruits to eat, and butterflies and birds to look out for. He is highly observant and is also blessed with the ability to weave magic in his words to hold the reader spellbound with his vivid, humorous descriptions. In this lesson, March, Khushwant Singh describes the unpredictable nature of the month March and the changes in the lives and appearances of the trees, birds, and humans. Take page number 60. March. The names of the months come to us from the early Roman calendar. At first, there were 10 months which had been named and 2 that had not been named in the calendar. March then was the first month of the year. After this, the order of the calendar was changed and all 12 months were given names. Here, all 12 months' names are given and a description of their origin also. You try your level best to find the correct description and match. Let's read this description of the month of March by a keen observer of nature. Who can be this observer? Khushwant Singh, the author of the lesson. March is an unpredictable month. One day can be as cold as any in winter, the next as warm as any in spring. It may be as dry as a desert one morning, and by sundown as wet as a monsoon night. Fresh falls of snow in the mountains of Kashmir or Himachal bring chilly winds to the capital. Strong winds push clouds up to freezing heights, convert raindrops into ice, toss icelets up over and over again till they are too heavy to bear, and let them descend on the earth as hail. March is an unpredictable month. Means no one can predict or say in advance the weather conditions of March. One day can be as cold as any in winter, the next as warm as any in spring. One day it can be very cold and next day it can be very warm. It may be as dry as a desert one morning and by sundown as wet as monsoon night. Morning it can be very dry, just like a desert. But in the evening, it may be raining. That is the condition of weather in the month of March. Fresh falls of snow in the mountains of Kashmir or Himachal bring chilly winds to the capital. In the mountains of Kashmir or Himachal, if there is snowfall, you will get chilly winds in Delhi. Strong winds push clouds up to freezing heights, convert raindrops into ice, toss icelets up over and over again till they are too heavy to bear, and let them descend on the earth as hail. Strong winds push the clouds high and convert raindrops into ice particles. These icelets are pushed up again and again till they become heavier and finally fall on the earth as hail. Take a close look at a hailstone and you will notice that it is of a milky white color and consists of layers of ice-like skins on an onion. I used to wonder why hailstones did not occur in winter months when it is cold, but in spring or early summers when it is warm. Now I know it takes strong winds to make hail. If you observe a hailstone minutely, that means take a close look at a hailstone. If you look at or observe a hailstone minutely, you will notice that It is milky white in color and consists of layers of ice like skins on an onion. That means the layers of ice which it is made resembles the skin of an onion. If you observe a hailstone minutely, you will notice that it is of milky white color and the layers of ice of which it is made resembles the skin of an onion. I used to wonder why hailstones did not occur in winter months when it is cold. Very often the author wondered why hailstones did not occur in winter months when it is cold, but it occurred in spring or early summer when it is warm. And now the author understood why it happened. The reason is that strong winds make hail, not cold winds. So strong winds only helps to make hail, not cold winds. I have often put away my woolens by the middle of the month and taken out my summer clothes, only to put back the curtains and once again get out cardigans and warm socks. What they say about May in England can be said of March in India. Never cast a cloud till March be out. I have often put away my woolens. The author used to put away or keep away his woolens by the middle of March and taken out his summer clothes. By middle of March, he used to keep his woolens inside and used to take out his summer clothes, only to put back the curtains and once again get out cardigans and warm socks. Sometimes it happens when weather changes, he has to keep the curtains inside and again must take out the cardigans and warm socks. Sometimes the weather changes in such a way so that he has to do it again. What they say about May in England can be said of March in India. In the month of May, in England, this kind of weather is there. Same thing is there in India in the month of March. Never cast a cloud till March be out. So, we should not keep away our dress materials which are giving warmth for us till March is over. Till March gets over, we are not supposed to keep away all our clothes. The sun also continues to behave erratically. It comes up earlier by more minutes than it goes down in the evenings. The sun also continues to behave in an unpredictable manner. Erratically means unpredictable manner. It comes up earlier by more minutes than it goes down in the evenings. That means it rises earlier by more minutes than it sets. Humans are not the only ones to be fooled by the weather. Insects, said to be endowed with an extra sense of forecasting the weather, suffer heavy losses. Humans are not the only ones to be fooled by the weather. That means humans are fooled. In addition to that, the other insects and other creatures in the world also are infected or affected or fooled by the weather. Insects said to be endowed with an extra sense of forecasting the weather suffer heavy losses. These insects are endowed with means having, the insects have an extra sense of forecasting the weather. They have an extra sense of forecasting what weather will be next. They have the power to know it and they are the ones suffer heavy losses. Insects said to be endowed with an extra sense of forecasting the weather suffer heavy losses. Mosquitoes, flies and moths which come out of hiding to pester humans suddenly find the weather turn inclement and are frozen to death. In my diary, I record the first time I hear crickets chirp. This is usually in the second week of March, probably somewhat earlier in my apartment than in other homes as I have a log fire burning every winter night. A cricket's chirp can be a reliable substitute for a thermometer. The hotter it is, the faster the cricket chirps. If you do not believe me, try the following experiment. Count the number of chirps per minute, divide the total by 4 and add 40. The total will give you the temperature of the room in Fahrenheit. Mosquitoes, flies, and moths which come out of hiding to pester humans suddenly find the weather turn inclement and are frozen to death. Mosquitoes, flies, and moths which come out of their hiding places to pester or trouble human beings find the weather unpleasant and are frozen to death. In my diary, I record the first time I hear cricket chirps. So the author says that in his diary, he used to record when he hears the cricket chirp first. First time when he hears cricket chirp, he used to record it. This is usually in the second week of March. When it happens, usually in the second week of March. Probably somewhat earlier in my apartment than in other homes, as I have a log fire burning every winter night. In my apartment, that means in the author's apartment, he usually hears this much earlier than the others. Reason is he used to have log fire burning every winter night. He used to have log fire burning every winter night in his apartment. So he hears the chirps of the cricket earlier than the others. A cricket chirp can be a reliable substitute for thermometer. The hotter it is, the faster the cricket chirps. So, the cricket chirp can be a dependable substitute for a thermometer. We can depend on. And the cricket chirps faster when it is hotter. The cricket chirps faster when it is hotter. If you do not believe me, try the following experiment. Count the number of chirps per minute, divide the total by 4 and add 40. How many times it chirps per minute? Then divide it by 4 and add 40. The total will give you the temperature of the room in Fahrenheit. In your next class, I'll discuss the rest of the lesson. Okay, children?